Hey everyone, Gale Network here, and I've got to tell you something. So, I kind of goofed. I got a new microphone recently, okay? And it's working great. It's picking up myself clear. I could watch something and talk at the same time. You could hear the audio coming from both the video that's on the screen and hear me. It's clear, it's all good. However, I have to turn the microphone on in order to use it. The old microphone was just always on. Maybe that's also why it eventually stopped working because it was always on, but it was giving me issues in any ways. I was very kindly given a new microphone as a gift for my birthday just a couple of weeks ago by some awesome friends, which I appreciate very much. And anyhow, I'm not used to turning it on and off. So it was off. And here I had a nice 35-minute video reacting to the Nintendo Switch, or Nintendo Direct rather, partner showcase. Push play, I could only hear the video from Nintendo and not my reaction. And I had some nice, insightful words, or so I thought, and nothing. So I'm going to still upload it. I'm going to attach this little intro to it. Now, you won't end up knowing what I'm saying unless if you could read lips, because you can't hear any of my thoughts in any of those 35 minutes. But you'll hear it now. So maybe you're only watching this part to get a quick few minute overview of my thoughts, or maybe you're going to watch the whole thing with me because maybe you can read lips. I don't know. But it's kind of a bummer upload because the bulk of this single upload to YouTube is nothing, including my like 8 or so minute commentary after the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase was over on the overall thoughts. Like, it's all gone. So, what I'm going to do now is kind of comb through it. And you'll see what I mean. See? You can't hear me. You can't hear me say, good morning, everyone, and stuff like that. Just my fault. But let's go. Quickly overcapping. Recapping? Monster Hunter Stories 3. I thought this was a nice way to open up the show. Capcom's got a great relationship with Nintendo. And this was a fun one. Next they went into differentiating Nintendo Switch versus Nintendo Switch 2 logos. Sometimes you'll see one or both or just Nintendo Switch 2. That was good. New Katamari game, Just Dance coming over. Good stuff. This was cool. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, Dragon Ball fan in general. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero coming over and dropping this November 14th. I was surprised because a Nintendo Switch version is coming out and a Nintendo Switch 2 version. They showed the Nintendo Switch 2 one, but that was cool. So I'm really looking forward to the comparisons between those two and those two against other platforms. Plants vs. Zombies getting a new entry, pretty neat. Here we're getting FC 26, formerly FIFA, looking solid. Pac-Man World 2 remake, reload. I forgot what the exact subtitle is, but yeah, my wife likes Pac-Man, as I said in my original video, and in particular, she likes Pac-Man World on Nintendo GameCube. Repack. So that was cool. Looks good. Final Fantasy Tactics is another big one. And a lot of these are like August, September, October games. They're given a very solid this late summer, fall. Persona 3. Reload. This one was a nice get for me. I really, really like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity and Hyrule Warriors on Wii U. So Age of Imprisonment, I'm pretty stoked for. And this video ends with like seemingly building a warrior, crafting a warrior. Are they making a Link? Do they not have Link available to them yet? So like, let's just make somebody that could help us. Let's see if I could get that shot in here.
that led to the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter.
I don't know if it's after this or if I skipped it because it was earlier. It was earlier. Oh, yeah. Dang it. Part of me is like, I could just rewatch the entire thing and give my, not live, but second impressions of all of it. But I'll just comb through this way. The new Madden's looking good. It's solid, you know. These sports games, especially after seeing WWE 2K26 look and run so well. Yeah, sports games are going to have no problem on Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. A very different type of sports game, but it's wonderful on the system. This game looks pretty cool, especially with the Nintendo Switch 2 camera and having like your buddies around the campfire. Like I have my fire pit in my backyard, which I love hanging out with friends around and roasted marshmallows, having some Polish sausages, swimming. It's fun. What was that game called? It was like Fire Pit. Chillin' by the Fire. But yeah, available later today also. Apex Legends looking solid on Nintendo Switch 2. I want to see that side by side of it against the Nintendo Switch build. This game was really nice. I made a comment that, gosh, realistic nature-looking graphics now look pretty much, I mean, as good as that Rebirth demo did on Nintendo GameCube way back in the day, if you remember that. Hella. Star Wars Outlaws. Another September title coming to Nintendo Switch 2. This one reminded me of like Dead Space meets Resident Evil. What was the title of this one? Chronos: The New Dawn. A pair of Yakuza games coming. Yakuza Kiwami 2. And then they also say right after this, Yakuza Kiwami, a remastered one. Here we got Shinobi, an NBA game with like mascots and stuff. Goodnight Universe.
To travel a road spanning centuries.
This was one of the last two big ones, which at first I was like, could this be a Chrono Trigger new entry?
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
But it's within that HD 2D look. Adventure of Elliot, something along those lines. But looks nice. Yeah, the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. And they're doing the same thing they did with Octopath Traveler. And then speaking of Octopath Traveler, which I was talking about throughout this, you get Octopath Traveler 0. Square Enix showed up in this presentation nicely, as did Capcom, Sega, and Octopath Traveler 3 looks good. Oh, and I made a comment saying, at first there's a little bit of an interesting take to end on two similar looking Square Enix games. However, it does make sense because Octopath Traveler 0 is based off of an established popular franchise by now in Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, launching on Nintendo Switch, sold well to a few million people, built up a nice audience, ended up being on multiple platforms, already has a name out there, and this game is coming out on both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, so you're ending it on something available to the most amount of people possible, right? Everyone watching this that has either system can buy this game. And it's also something that's coming out this December, so like, hey, here's something cool that we have faith in that you're going to like coming out this year. Oh, and by the way, that Elliot one, you can also give that a try and play a demo of it now, too. And that's coming out later on. So it was a good choice Probably the coolest surprise was how you opened with Monster Hunter Stories 3, maybe. And see, here's just my commentary, kind of going on a little bit of what I said now. Oh, I mentioned a bit of I didn't expect to see too much Xbox stuff, and I was right. My gut was right. Like, we didn't get anything from Xbox. I thought if we were going to get anything from Xbox, it might have been like from some of their acquired studio things like Doom the Dark Ages, but not the typical Halo, Gears of War. I just didn't see a lot of Xbox presence today. But if so, some of the acquired things, like something out of Activision, perhaps. Not necessarily Call of Duty, but like, not that I was anticipating Spyro, but something from that wheelhouse. Speaking of Activision, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, like I mentioned before. I love it. It's awesome. Such a good game. But yeah, no Xbox. No Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta from Konami. Somewhat surprisingly, but then here's where my thoughts were starting to expand. No Resident Evil 4, or Resident Evil 2, or Final Fantasy 7 remake or rebirth, or there's something else that I was saying originally that, like Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, right? A couple of omissions. And Borderlands 4, that was big. That was here. Elden Ring, though, previously mentioned, not here. Duskbloods, previously mentioned, not here. Some big ones that we know about weren't here. I think Nintendo's ramping up, preparing for another Nintendo Direct sooner than later. I mean, I say sooner because it's July 31st. Within the next 6 weeks. And you're like, well, that's not that soon. Well, kind of. I mean, the fact that we got this thing now at the very last day of July instead of sometime in the middle of June, like June 16th or something, means, hey, September is 32 days away. Instead of usually having like a 3-month-ish wait in between the June and September Nintendo Directs, this one could potentially be, 5-6 weeks. So that is soon. And I think that in that bigger Nintendo Direct, you're going to have your 42, 47-minute presentation that has some of those big third-party games that we know about and the release dates for them, or new quarters, and the release dates for some of the Nintendo IP that we know, including Metro Prime 4 Beyond, for instance, Kirby Air Riders, and then confirming, hey, is this Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment like a December game this year, or through winter, through the possibility of mid-March 2026, right? We'll see. I think that Nintendo Direct is coming, especially because there are some heavy hitters that were not here. You would have thought, hey, third party? You're going to have Final Fantasy VII Remake here. You're going to show off Hades 2. These were playable. I mean, one of them was Hades 2. I played it at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience in Los Angeles, for instance. So, yeah. I'm actually glad that I ended up doing this kind of sit-down talk over, because even though you're not getting my reactions live to all of the games shown off, I did a little bit of a recap, which was fun. But the main thing is, I guess, my extended thoughts on it. What was there, what wasn't there. Why was it good to see Final Fantasy Tactics? The fact that it was cool having voice acting show up in it. And, overall impressions of the partner showcase being positive, and the fact that I am very optimistic for the future. So, yeah, perhaps the extended words are the most important part. So now, I'm going to stop. And if you would like to continue watching, gosh, I just talked for 14 minutes. If you would like to continue watching, you may do so, but do know that from this point on, you're just going to see the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase in its audio glory that Nintendo provided us, with me being muted, just seeing my lips move for 35 minutes. So, at least this was fun doing. Part of me is like, do I even need to put up that muted Nintendo Direct reaction. Maybe not, but for history's sake, the legacy's sake of doing what I do, I'm going to put it up. And also, maybe someone out there does read lips and would appreciate it in that way. So, hey, that could be for you. Also, if you liked this video, apologize for the mishap, but I would still appreciate a like, comment. I'll comment back. I like engagement and talking with everyone. And yeah, subscribe. I don't make this kind of audio mistake often. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. I'm over on X at Paul Gale Network, and obviously you're checking this out on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Paul Gale Network too. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Hope you all had a good time and saw something in this show for you. See you all later. Bye.
Our ignorance is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. But this divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return is looming before us.
Can't afford not to go. But it won't be for long.
I can hear them. Two sounds. Overlapping each other.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners. What you just saw was Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. We hope you're looking forward to another grand adventure in the Monster Hunter universe. Today, we'll present games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Before a game is shown, you'll see the logo of the system the game will launch on here. If both logos are shown, the game will launch on both platforms. Okay, first up, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Let the good times roll. By royal decree, a brand new game in the Katamari Damacy series is rolling onto Nintendo Switch. Roll your Katamari through historic eras like Edo Japan and more. It's a time-hopping trip through the ages to restore the universe for the king of all cosmos. Use helpful items to roll your Katamari like royalty and customize the prince and cousins looks to your liking. In addition, roll out with friends in online multiplayer. Make a big Katamari and earn the most points to be crowned the winner. Plus, the iconic music is back with an all-new soundtrack featuring new and returning music artists from the series history. Get ready to rock and roll through the ages when Once Upon a Katamari launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The dance floor is calling.
Been a minute since I took it to another ether. Got you in it, now you burn up like you got a fever. Never slow, spit it up, cause I still got all the smoke coming in so hot, I'm on fire. Hey, they can't steal my shine, no lie, I'm on fire. Look how I turn up, no doubt, I'm on fire. They can't put me out, that's right, I'm on fire. They love how I blaze all day, I'm on balance, got grip. My team ain't taking no hits. My status, too rich. I'm flying up, so don't trip. Hey, man, I'm scorching, don't get too close. I tear it up, that's from coast to coast. Love my skills, or they love my style. I execute and they all go wow. About to win it like there ain't no way to ever fail. Do my thing and I do that thing very well. Never slow, speed it up, cause I still got all the smoke coming in so hot. Hey, they can't steal my shine, no lie. I'm on fire. Look how I turn up, no doubt, I'm on fire. They can't put me out, that's right, I'm on fire.
Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch. Battle Beyond the Limit.
Break through the limit!
Charge up and unleash your fighting spirit in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the latest in the Arena Battler series.
Now I'll finish you!
Enter the fray with over 180 fighters. In episode Battle Mode, relive iconic Dragon Ball stories from the perspectives of 8 characters, including Goku. Or follow your own path and redefine history with alternate versions of those encounters. In Custom Battle Mode, you choose the fighters, stages, and dialogue to create your own scenarios. Then share them online with players around the world. Plus, now you can duke it out with motion controls using the Joy-Con 2 or Joy-Con controllers. Immerse yourself in the characters and unleash powerful attacks.
Help me out!
Get ready to shake the earth and break the heavens when Dragon Ball Sparking Zero launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems November 14th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Time to get back to your roots. The club is yours.
It's like he's got the ball on a string.
Oh, finally a bit of physicality in this game. Well, I haven't seen that one before.
Get reacquainted with these games.
Welcome to the party, Pac-Man!
Yummy!
Pac-Man World 2 is coming back, remade from scratch. Through forests or on ice, Use pack-tastic moves to clear stages in style. And even take on powerful bosses. Plus, now you can adventure with a pal in local co-op. Pac-Man World 2 Repack launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 26th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Lead your party of black mages, dragoons, and other allies to victory in the beloved strategy RPG, Final Fantasy Tactics, reborn with newly added elements. The game is now fully voiced and adds brand new dialogue between characters.
But still, I know that he and I are different.
As well as new difficulty options, a feature to review story events, and more. Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 30th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. When the clock strikes midnight, shadows emerge and the dark hour begins. Step into the shoes of a high school student who, together with his friends, awakens the supernatural power of Persona. Attend class and explore the city during the day as you forge bonds with every interaction. Then, battle through the mysterious Tower of Tartarus and strategically take down rampaging shadows at night. Enter the dark hour and seal your fate when Persona 3 Reload launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system October 23rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Next, please take a look at this.
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs. Until Hyrule itself is no more.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
But you sought it from Hyrule of all places? This is madness!
There is danger here. Enormously so.
That was the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical events that led to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future. Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays. It's game time. Kick off your journey to become an NFL legend in the most dynamic Madden game yet. Rule the field with all new player traits and realistic play styles. Immerse yourself in authentic team traditions and strategize playmaking decisions with newly added features to lead your team to victory. All built from real NFL data. In franchise mode, choose from 3 new archetypes to begin your coaching legacy. Or become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then level them up to fine-tune your plays. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer. EA Sports Madden NFL 26 touches down on Nintendo Switch 2, August 14th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A cozy campfire is calling. Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire-building sim. Chop wood. Arrange the pieces. Then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames properly, they'll fizzle out. To stoke your campfire, place logs based on the fire's strength. Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat. Don't let wet logs dampen your fire. Dry them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience is all you need. So roast some marshmallows or set off fireworks to light up the sky. You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy each other's company around the campfire. You might even strike up some interesting conversations. Relax and stay a while. When Chillin' by the Fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch 2 later today. Fight battles big and small in these games. Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Squad up and survive 19 other teams in Battle Royale. Or show off your skills in Mixtape, where you'll take on 3 rotating game modes. Plus, both Battle Royale and Mixtape have enhanced resolution and smoother performance. Build your crew and aim for victory when Apex Legends launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th, along with the new season, Showdown. To cure a witch's illness, her tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure. With your magical froggy backpack in tow, you can climb, pull, and even swing to greater heights. Explore this vast world and gather ingredients to create a cure for your enchanting ally. Plus, up to 4 players can journey together in online co-op. A little mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. Explore a galaxy full of opportunity. Embark on a journey across the iconic galaxy far, far away in this open-world action-adventure game. Taking place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi films, you'll take on the role of Kay Vess, who, along with her companion Nyx, is fighting for her freedom. Explore distinct locations, both new and familiar, as you fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy's crime syndicates, and gain the means to start a new life. Traverse through space by ship on Kay's Trailblazer, or by land on her S-57 Cardinal Speeder, and take on quests that blend stealth and shooting with some puzzle-solving mini-games in between. Embark on high-stakes missions. Engage in dogfights as you travel across the Outer Rim, and get ready to live the life of a scoundrel when Star Wars Outlaws launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 4th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Survive the future. Salvage the past. As an agent of a secret collective, you'll travel between a future plagued by anomalies and a past on the verge of collapse to uncover the mysteries of this world. In the future, dangerous creatures born from the remnants of humanity prowl the wasteland. You'll need to craft ammo and supplies with limited resources to fend off brutal enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them. If a monster absorbs a fallen enemy, it'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form. So act quickly to dispose of enemies. You'll also come across rifts that allow you to travel back in time by extracting the essences of people you meet in the past. You can strengthen your own abilities. However, there's a price to pay. You'll be haunted by visual and auditory illusions and lose your grip on reality. What caused the world to collapse? And what is the true mission you've been tasked with? Chronos: The New Dawn launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 5th. The dragons of the East and West clash.
極道の世界で竜と呼ばれる男は一匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Kamurocho, Tokyo, Sotenbori, Osaka, two prolific entertainment districts in Japan, where the former dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, faces down the dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda. Use free-flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls. Duke it out using your fists, weapons, and everything else at your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts, karaoke, and even golf. There's no shortage of things to do. A deadly clash between two dragons begins when Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th. And Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support. There are plenty more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look. Before we go, we've got two more games to show you. Please take a look.
To pass through that door is to pass through time. To travel a road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG, brought to life in HD 2D. This is Philabildia, a continent overrun by beast tribes. A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds, beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes. In battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find opportunities to strike. Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you.
Careful!
Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time. You'll find that she's very helpful on your adventure. Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. After today's presentation, a debut demo will be available, and there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
Are you heading out on your journey? Yes, I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready.
We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
You have a death wish?
I wish I could see everyone here, laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to rebuild Wishvale? Or are you going to find the people who took our home from us?
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera. Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.